So guys, I am back in sunny Melbourne. It's absolutely beautiful. The skies are blue, the sun is shining. Got my new hat on. I hope you guys like this. And yeah, let me tell you about the road trip. What happened? Well, as you know, when you live in a city, as you leave the city, you go out and hit that beautiful countryside. And we had these rolling hills. There were farms just a little bit east of Melbourne. You just start to hit open farmland. There are cows in the field and sheep, and it becomes green and lush, and the rolling hills. So that was really nice. And as we drove then out on the highway, the Prince's Highway, which runs all the way from Melbourne up to Sydney. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you're driving between Melbourne and Sydney, you can go straight up the Hume Highway, which to me is a bit of a soulless road. It's just a straight motorway. It's not unpretty, but it's a way of getting between two cities. Whereas the Coast Road, that's a beautiful drive. There are lots of wonderful villages. Early on, we decided we would stop at Lakes Entrance. Now, Lakes Entrance is a wonderful, wonderful town. It has some beautiful views across the Tasman Sea, and we spent a night or two there, and the accommodation was very easy to find. We didn't book anything in advance. We found ourselves a motel. It was extremely cheap, and it was great. It was really, really nice motel and a wonderful place, so I'll give a little shout out to that. It was at Lakes Entrance that we saw fishermen on the wharf there. They were cleaning the fish that they caught that morning, and it's always great to have a chat with these guys. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the filming I did on this trip has not come out all that well because of the sound issues, and it's taught me, the whole process of this trip was to find out what worked and what didn't, and we certainly had some problems with the filming and sound quality, and before I do a next trip, we'll have to invest in some better equipment. But anyway, we managed to talk to a few of the fishermen on the front who had caught fish, and they were scaling them and cleaning them up. Now, across Australia, as you drive around the coast, you'll find where there are fishing areas, there are often outdoor food fish preparation centres which have running water, and you can clean and scale and gut the fish off. Now, you're always going to be surrounded by the local birds, and a great deal of Australia is covered in pelicans and cranes. Anyway, these birds will hang around, perpetually hang around the fish cleaning stations, and if you're not careful, they'll jump up and take the fish straight off the table. We then took a walk across to the island. There's like a spit that runs out from the estuary there at Lakes Entrance, and there's an island, I think they call it 90 Mile Beach. And this is technically the Tasman Sea. So you look at that, it's beautiful today. The waves are rolling in. That is the Tasman Sea, and that goes all the way out to New Zealand and joins the Pacific. And look at this beach. There are beaches like this all along Australia. This is called the 90 Mile Beach. As far as you can see either way, it's beautiful sands, and on a sunny day, this would be just fantastic. Along the waterfront of Lakes Entrance, they've taken some effort to carve these great big sort of, what do you call them? They're sort of wooden monuments to the war, World War I, World War II memorial sort of carvings. Very pretty, nicely done. There's great shops in the village. We didn't really get a lot of opportunity to see any food supplies there, so I'm sorry if anyone there feels we haven't covered that. Now, driving a little further north, the landscape changes again, and we start to move away from the farming industry and more woodland, forest land. It's very beautiful. I did manage to catch up with some kangaroos. I went across to have a look at them, and as they saw me approach, they absolutely bounded away. They're beautiful animals. I've been close to kangaroos many times in Australia. You're pretty much guaranteed you're going to see kangaroos if you tour Australia. And one of the things I really want to encourage people to do, if you come here or if you already live in Australia, is to drive those coastal roads. I know they take a little longer, but give yourself 3 or 4 days, find yourself some accommodation on the road, and just enjoy some of the towns as you drive along. We stopped in a small town called Cannes, C-A-N-N. The people of Cannes can make the very best hamburgers in all of Victoria. We stopped in a Relics Cafe who purport to have the best hamburgers in Victoria, and here it is, and I can tell you it was really good, so I should be looking at doing a recipe to at least compete with those guys there. So thank you very much for that hamburger, guys, that experience. That was great. As you continue to head north up the Princes Highway, you'll come to some wonderful heritage villages. There's a town called Tilba and Tilba, or Central Tilba and Tilba. Central Tilba was a wonderful experience for us. We stopped off at the ABC Cheese Factory. Now, I filmed there, but the sound quality was not great, so I'm just putting up some images here. We met with the owners of the cheese factory, the ABC or South Coast Cheese Factory, Erica Dibden. And Erica, you were charming, you were wonderful. It was a pleasure to meet you and your staff. The coffee that we had there was fantastic. We were able to see the milk processing. They have their own dairy farm very nearby, and it's all Jersey cows. So the milk that we got there was just delightful. I mean, it was just fantastic. Had the thick cream on the top, had a beautiful yellow color. The flavor was wonderful. Erica was kind enough to give us some fantastic examples of their cheeses. Now, I really urge, if you can get this way, if you can go up to Central Tilba, or if you can even find ABC cheeses anywhere where you are, get these cheeses. They're fantastic, and I've got some of those cheeses with me here back in Melbourne, and I'll be doing some videos to justify the wonderful taste of these cheeses. So thank you again, Erica. It was a great experience. And Tilba itself, the high street is just delightful. It's one of those old world high streets. Now, whilst we were in Tilba, I also met Kylie, who has a beautiful little shop that does handmade soaps and scents and all sorts of wonderful things. And thank you very much, Kylie, for taking the time to talk to us. Your shop is fantastic. I learned also that you can make soaps without the caustic methods. So she makes all natural soaps, and I really loved the smell of your shop. It was just fantastic. There are sweet stores, old-fashioned candy stores, and there are a number of craft stores also, wonderful craft stores. We actually stayed in Narooma, and again we found a wonderful little motel, very reasonable, again guys, just fantastic. Again, we were really blessed to find a butcher's there who has an award-winning, the best bacon and one of the best sausages in the whole of Australia. This guy has awards. His name is Jeff. I'll put a little picture up of his shop on the front here. And Jeff, you were very informative. It was great to meet you. And we'll also be doing a video with your sausage and bacon, hopefully soon. So that should be some fun. I'm outside Ratley's Midtown's Quality Meat. This is an award-winning, whoa, there's a wind here today. It's an award-winning butcher's. And I can tell you guys, as you come down the highway comes down through here. Stop off at this butcher's, get yourself some great sausages, get yourself some homemade bacon. There's some wonderful bacon here, and then cross over the road just over here, head down this high street here. Down the bottom there are some barbecue pits where you can actually cook yourself a fried breakfast, get yourself some eggs, enjoy yourself. Lots of fun. So don't forget, Ratley's Midtown Quality Meats. So you can see from that clip, the sound was not great on the video. We have to get better equipment. Now I've come indoors because the weather's changed. They say in Melbourne, if you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes, it'll change. Now I'm going to close this video here because I've got lots more footage. Stay tuned because we're going to be going and visiting a fantastic brewery, and we're going to be going into Sydney itself. So stay tuned, comments down below, be good, I'll see you shortly.